Hey, I hope that you are fine wherever that you are watching me. So I want to take time and welcome you again to the Kapinga family channel. So we've been in Canada now for a while. We got to experience snow. Oh my God, that was really hell. It wasn't really nice to see, but we are in British Columbia, so it is not that cold, but we're still enjoying Canada anyway. So I have good news, very very good news for you, or for nurses actually. So you all know that I made a video for nurses. How can you get registered as a nurse in Canada, or what you need if you want to move? And I was really encouraging a lot of people from Africa, nurses, if you're from South Africa, if you're from Cameroon, you're from Nigeria, just to try and register themselves so they can come and work over here, because the pay is better, and definitely you'll get not just the pay, but you will also work in better situations, better hospitals, better futures, because I think nurses are not valued in Africa the way they should be valued, the way we should be valued. But I have a very 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 good news. So what is the very first thing that anyone have to do before that they come to Canada as a nurse, before that you can exercise as a nurse? You had to go through the Nursing Board of Canada, which is called NNAS. This NNAS is hell. It was hell, it is still hell. They're going to ask you a ton and a ton of papers, and each time you think that your file is done, they just go look through your file and ask you for this. And then once you think, oh, it's almost ready for review, they will just go through it and ask for another paper. However, the good news is NNS is no longer mandatory, so it's no longer required for these three provinces: for the province of British Columbia, Alberta, and the New Brunswick. Those three provinces partnered together, and from the 31st of January, NNAs will no longer be required but accepted. So if you are an international nurse educated outside of Canada, of course, otherwise you wouldn't be international, you will no longer need to go through NNS, to go through that stress of NNS. You can apply directly to the province, and then you can use one of the following. I am going to list them for you, and I'm going to put those links in the bio, so be sure to check them. So you can use WES, the World Education Services. This is the perfect one. Honestly, it takes about 4 months. I did it myself. They will not ask you a ton of papers. They'll probably ask you for your transcription. They're going to ask you for your diploma, or for your, that is all they're going to ask. They don't ask, and they will not ask you to send them, to ask the school to send this to them. No, you can send them yourself actually. So you can go to school and get your transcript and then send them to WES. So it doesn't take long. All the assessment, the international, the comparative education services, the CES, that as well. I don't really have a lot of experience with that. I don't even know how much it costs, but that's something that you want to check, because I'm going to link it below. The other one is the ICAS, the International Credentials Services. This is really good. It's about $175 if I'm not mistaken, and this is also really good. It's very fast, it's very feasible, and that is what a lot of people use for the immigration purposes. If you need to to apply for a PR and you want to put in the pool, this is what a lot of people use. It's also really a good one. And then the third one is the ICES, which is the International Credential Evaluation Services. This one I don't have a lot of experience with it as well, but I only have experience with the WES, which is the Canadian Branch of Education Services, and then the ICAS, which is the International Credential Assessment Services. I have experience with those two, and they're really good. So with those two, that's the one that you can use in instead of NNS. So this is like the best news I've ever had since I'm in Canada, because I'm a nurse myself. So these people, they will not ask you a lot of papers. They will not ask you an IELTS. So you won't need to provide a language test to them, but you will need to provide the language test to the province, even if you won't provide a language test. I also have good news. Today I'm all about good news. The good news is also the language requirements have been brought down a bit. So it's like you don't need to have an IELTS about 8. No, it's new, an overall of 7, and I think writing must be 6.5. Anyway, I am just gonna put the link below. I'm just gonna put it so that you can see this is what you need to get for your IELTS. That's one thing. The second thing is the CELBAN. The CELBAN has been also reduced a little bit, I think from a 9 to an 8, if I am not mistaken. But you can choose from both the tests, either if you prefer the IELTS or if you prefer the CELBAN. I would encourage you, if you're a nurse and if you started in an English country, I would advise you to do the CELBAN. And the CELBAN, it's not only done in Canada. From this time, you can actually do it in another country outside Canada on a computer. You just have to email them and they'll let you know what you have to do. So that's like the best news for nurses. So if you're a nurse and you have read through the NNAS and you are like, oh my god, this is something I'm not able to do, it's okay. So the difference is big. NNAS asks the prices of the NNAS is about $700. The price of YAS is between $200 and $350. You see, so it's like half of the money. And the ICAS, the price is about $175. I said, right? So you see, the difference is really big. You won't have to spend a lot of money so that you can become a registered nurse in Canada anymore. But for the moment, they are starting on the 31st of January. For the moment, it's just for the 3 provinces: the provinces of Alberta, the province of British Columbia, and the New Brunswick. But when you get your registration from one of these provinces, you can always move and go to one other province that you like. If I would tell you British Columbia, it's actually called beautiful British Columbia. It's a very beautiful province. It's warm. It's it's not like cold like all these other provinces. So if you want to come here, you are most welcome to come in this province. So I'm just going to link everything in the bio, and I encourage you to like, share this video, and please do comment below and tell me if there's anything that you want me to explain, if you want me to explain again, because I did make actually a video. I'm gonna link it to this one. I did make a video about how to apply to WES, how you can apply if you want to go. That was for international students, but it does apply for nurses as well, how you can apply to WES. However, if you need more explanation, you see my email. Just email me, just send me a text, or just comment, and I will be there for you. Bye for now.